All right, developers are canceling Claude Code subscriptions faster than you can say artificial intelligence, and it's not because they found something better. We're witnessing the exact moment when AI companies stop burning investor cash and start demanding real money from real users. Why are developers paying $200 a month suddenly hitting a usage limit that makes the tool practically unusable? How did we go from AI will replace all developers to AI companies can't even build correctly? Is this the canary in the coal mine signaling that the massive AI bubble is finally deflating? So I'm going to break down some of the critical signs that Claude Code's mass cancellation crisis is just the beginning of a much bigger AI reckoning. Let's dive into it today. All right, so the free lunch era of AI is ending, and Claude Code is the first casualty. When paying customers are abandoning a product that they love because of billing confusion and arbitrary limits, you know you've hit a turning point. The investor subsidies are drying up, and AI companies are scrambling to find sustainable business models. Now, before we dive into this mess, make sure to drop a comment down below because it's literally my favorite thing and the best compliment you can give me. So let me know your thoughts as we go. Now, Anthropic quietly rolled out new weekly usage limits on August 28th without proper communication to its users. Even max $200 monthly subscription subscribers started hitting limits within hours despite paying premium prices for unlimited access. Now, the limits work alongside an existing 5-hour reset window, which create double restrictions that nobody saw coming. Users reported hitting limits after just a few messages and being forced to wait 2 to 3 hours for resets. So when reached for comment, Anthropic confirmed issues but declined to elaborate on the changes. This is exactly how AI companies transition from growth mode to profitability mode by quietly restricting usage without warning. It's kind of like buying that same bag of chips you buy at a grocery store, only you're getting actually less chips inside and more air. So users discovered that Claude Code usage doesn't count against the same plan as Claude.ai, despite being a unified subscription. Some developers had their accounts disabled immediately after paying for Claude Code Max plans. The system prompts users to switch to API credits when they hit limits, creating unexpected billing charges. So users must explicitly decline API credit prompts to avoid being charged at separate API rates. So multiple authentication systems create confusion about which account users are actually logged into. Now, after a long time building software, I can tell you that billing complexity is usually a sign of a company trying to extract more revenue through confusion. Now, Reddit users are reporting consistent quality drops in Claude Code outputs over the past few weeks. Developers suspect Anthropic has quantized models or reduced precision to cut costs. A max $100 subscriber canceled after experiencing, quote, consistently bad quality despite unchanged prompting practices. Now, Anthropic acknowledged bugs causing degraded output quality and resolved 2 issues, but problems still persist. Usage dropped from 83 to 70% on developer tools, with OpenAI Codex starting to gain ground. Now, when companies start cutting model quality to reduce costs, you know the investor money is running out. Now, there's a mass cancellation movement happening here, and the top post on Anthropic's subreddit was Claude is dead, with over an 841 upvotes at the time of this video. Now, multiple developers have published detailed articles about why they cancel their subscriptions. Users are reporting that free tools like Google Gemini Studio outperform paid Claude for coding tasks. But not only that, Gemini, because it's backed by a huge player like Google, can afford to be still giving away a lot more. Now, OpenAI expects to lose $5 billion just this year and $11 billion by 2026, despite being the market leader. So the free lunch is over. AI companies are now going to start charging real money for real usage, and users are starting to balk at the price. Now, if your company has systems that aren't connected, make sure you reach out, because here at Startup Hack, our specialty is connecting systems to help your company work to maximum efficiency. So check out startuphack.com/Spencer because we can help you out. Now, MIT researchers show that 95% of AI pilot projects fail to deliver return on investment. Current AI revenues are estimated only $15 to $20 billion annually, despite massive infrastructure spending. Now, labor productivity has grown at barely 1% per year, despite 3 years of AI revolution hype. So big tech spent $246 billion on AI infrastructure in 2024 alone, with questionable returns. Microsoft hasn't updated their AI revenue numbers since January 2025, suggesting poor performance. See, and then they started to combine GitHub Copilot into all of their 365 offerings to try to group this and make it look bigger. So companies are discovering that AI implementation costs far exceed the productivity gains that they're actually delivering. Now, NVIDIA reached a price-to-sale ratio over 40, while Palantir hit nearly 69 times sale. These valuations exceed dot-com bubble speaks when Amazon and Cisco topped out at 30 to 40 times sales. Now, OpenAI was valued at $500 billion in secondary sales despite burning billions of dollars annually. AI startup Thinking Machine raised funds at a $12 billion valuation with minimal revenue. Price to sale ratios in double digits have become common for AI stocks, mirroring past bubble patterns. So when companies trade at 69 times sales or their revenues start restricting usage to cut costs, the bubble mechanics become crystal clear. Now, OpenAI Codex is gaining market share as Claude Code users defect. Free alternatives like Google Gemini Studio are outperforming paid AI tools for many tasks. Entrepreneurs warn that only a handful of foundation models will survive the consolidation phase. The market parallels the early auto industry where dozens of companies eventually consolidated to just a few different automakers. Users are finding that different AI tools excel at different tasks, reducing lock-in to any single provider. So like I know if I'm going to use on something and I'm doing some research and I need it to look across X, I've got to use Grok. If I'm doing some heavy writing, it's going to be Claude. If I'm using stuff that I know is going to have a lot of Google backing, I'll use Gemini. If I'm actually doing like digital marketing that I know is going to be using Facebook, then I'll reach out to Meta. That's pretty rare though. So I'm really curious to hear what your guys' experiences are with Claude Code or with other tool. So make sure you leave a comment down below because this is one of the best things that helps to keep the channel going. Now, hyperscalers need to earn about $40 billion annually just to cover depreciation on 2025 AI infrastructure spending. Microsoft Azure growth includes $10 billion in OpenAI compute costs paid at cost with no profit. AI infrastructure spending has exceeded telecom and internet infrastructure at similar stages. AI data centers depreciate rapidly, unlike railroads or other infrastructures that lasted decades. So let's talk about this again. So something that you invested into, if you're invested into railroad or energy lines or something like that, those are going to last decades. These the GPUs at best, these large GPU infrastructure, like what they're building for Grok, those are going to have at most a life of 5 years. So Sam Altman expects that OpenAI is going to spend trillions on data centers building out in the quote, not very distant future. Now the math simply isn't working. AI companies are building infrastructure faster than they can generate revenue to pay for it. Now users complain about hitting context window limits after quote, just 1 or 2 tiny files. Basic prompts are getting cut off only after a couple of exchanges. The other day I was trying to run something, I only run 2 or 3 things on it, and bam, I got hit with you're out. I'm like, I just barely started using it. So heavy users on and I'm only on a $20 per month plan, but at the same time, I hit that really fast. So, and then it's weird because other days I can use a lot more and not hit those limits. So heavy users on $200 per month plan are report being told that quote, Claude usage limit reached within 30 minutes. The complex authentication system confuses users about which billing account they're actually using. And then some people are turning on API token count, and trying to use that and then ending up with massive $1,000 bills. Now, if your company has systems that aren't connected, reach out to us because we can help you get those systems connected and help you work to maximum efficiency. Check out startuphack.com/Spencer. Now, AI entrepreneur Jerry Kaplan predicts massive consolidation similar to early auto and browser industries. There's no need for dozens of foundation models requiring tens of billions of dollars in training costs. The stock market's dependence on big tech makes any AI correlation potentially devastating. History shows that the next big thing technologies always see an 80 to 99% value destruction during corrections. So Silicon Valley has become corporate and managerial, chasing hype rather than genuine innovation. We're entering the phase where only companies with real business models and actual value propositions will survive. Now, what are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I love to have a great discussion, so make sure you like and subscribe and make sure to leave a comment down below. Here at Startup Hack, we love to train software developers as well as build custom software solutions for companies, and here's some great information about our services.
Hi, I'm Spencer, a fractional CTO. With over a decade of executive leadership and 25 years in software development, I've transformed technology teams and products for businesses just like yours. As your fractional CTO, you get the strategic guidance of a seasoned technology executive without the full-time commitment, perfect for companies ready to leverage cutting-edge technology without expanding headcount. My team at Startup Hack has already built advanced AI agents for small and medium businesses, automating complex workflows and delivering advanced ROI to human workflows. We specialize in creating custom software that connects your systems into a single coherent technology ecosystem. Our development approach focuses on tangible business outcomes. For one client, we developed AI-powered workflows that cut days off of human processes. For another company, by connecting multiple systems, we reduced processing time to increase their ROI by over 75%. We don't just write code, we architect solutions that scale. Whether you need cloud system architecture, data integration between legacy systems, or custom AI agents that automate your unique business processes, my team delivers results that exceed your expectations. Having led technology for a lot of companies and launched 7 successful brands of my own, I bring battle-tested expertise to your business challenges. Our specialty is turning technological complexity into business advantage. So if you're ready to harness the power of AI and custom software to drive your business forward, let's connect. Together, we'll build technology that doesn't just solve today's problems, it positions you for tomorrow's opportunities. Technology leadership, decades of experience, AI powered. Reach out today and we can help you. Check out startuphack.com/Spencer.